make it a brighter place. It'll take creation, imagination. Try to draw out.
Hi everybody, this is Tina and welcome to my video today. I'm so excited because today is January 5th, which means the Occasions catalog and the Celebration catalog is live, which means you can order out of those. So I have a card here that I'm going to make for you guys, but I'm going to be talking a whole lot throughout the video. So we're going to use 3 stamp sets here. I'm using 2 out of the Occasions catalog, and then this is a Celebration item. So anytime that you spend $50, you are going to get a free item from the Celebration catalog, and this is one of the stamp sets. So you're going to want to make sure you head over to my coordinating blog post right up here, and it's going to share with you guys some links and information about all of that stuff, along with a supply list in case you guys want to pick anything up in my online store. So we're going to be using these, and then we're also going to be using this designer paper. I've just picked out a solid piece, Melon Mambo piece. I think it's this piece right here. Super cute, and it coordinates with Melon Mambo. So let's get started because there's a lot of steps to this card. First, I have a card base here. This is a thick piece of our white cardstock. It's the thick cardstock, and I've just cut that at 4 1/4, and then I've scored it at 5 1/2. Okay, and I just want to take my bone folder and give it a really good crease. And then I have some layers here. So we have a black layer, and what I've done is just taken a 1/4 inch off all of these layers. So the card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. This next piece is going to be 5 1/4 by 4. And then you just keep doing that same thing, just a 1/4 inch off each layer. And we can layer all of these up except the piece we're going to stamp on. So I did this card in several different colors, and you're going to see them all in just a second. But I wanted to do the pink for you guys. So the first thing is, let's go ahead and stamp this piece, which is the piece that will layer right on here. Okay, so I know I'm a little far out right now, but I'll zoom in 1 second. So we're going to take this stamp, which I don't have my sticker on. It's just this image right here, and this is Timeless Textures. So we're going to use some So Saffron, and we're going to stamp all over this piece. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you guys. And there's not going to be any rhyme or reason. We just want to cover this whole piece with this yellow texture. And I'm going to take my Wink Stella, my clear Wink Stella, and I'm going to squeeze it a little bit. And I'm going to rub this all over this background. And it's just going to soften up these edges a little bit because that ink is going to react to the moisture in the Wink Stella. And I'm excited to say that we are now carrying Wink Stella in our catalog. So I got a little bit of some black right there. That's okay. It'll be fine. So it doesn't, the glimmer, there's a little bit of glimmer there. You can't really see it. I just wanted to soften those edges. So we can put this down now, and it's just, we're not popping anything up yet. We can just layer this on here. So now we have our card starting to happen. So now what I've done is I've taken some watercolor paper and I've stamped this image with So Saffron. And now I'm going to use my Zig watercolor markers. These are brush markers. I'll put a link in the corner up here to a review that I did of these. I'm going to speed the coloring up. I'm just going to tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to come in. You can see it didn't stamp really well, but I wasn't worried about it because I knew I would be coloring over this. And the reason why is because I wanted it to have some shading and some depth to this image. And I don't have Copic markers. I think that I would like to start investing in them, but I know that once I do, it's just going to be kind of like down the rabbit hole. There's a lot of them to invest in, and it's going to be expensive, and I'm just not ready to do that quite yet. So what I'm doing is I'm just adding this first color right to the top here, and you can see I'm just kind of bringing it down. You have to use watercolor paper with these markers or it just doesn't work well. So I pulled out, this is a chart that I made. Jennifer McGuire is the one who came up with this chart. I just got it from her website. And what I noticed is I didn't have very many yellows. I had this lemon yellow, which is really bright, and then I have the yellow and then the bright yellow. Now the thing with these markers, the colors that they say I feel like aren't really true. Like, to me, this is more of an orange than a yellow, but I knew that's what I was going to have to work with. So what I decided to do is I just took the darker marker, and then I'm taking the lighter marker, and then I'm adding some more of that to the top just to give it some extra color, but so it's not so dark and not so orange. I don't want these to necessarily look like orange slices. I want them to look like lemon slices. And the original idea for the card was based on that saying, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. But I went a different direction. This card just kind of came to be. So I'm just adding a little bit darker color, and that's what I like about these, is you can do some shading, you can give some depth to your images, but it's pretty straightforward and pretty simple, and I feel like maybe a little bit less complicated than Copics. So now I'm taking my Wink of Stella, and this is what I love using with these pens, is the Wink of Stella. I feel like it gives exactly enough moisture to move that color around without like laying down too much moisture and blending too much. I just feel like it gives me a lot of control. So hopefully you can see that. And I've done two more. And this one right here, I did by first using the light color, you know, just doing what you saw me do. Then I took the darker color, and with the brush tip, I laid down a darker color around the edges, and you can see that I felt like it just gave it too much. So then I started doing the technique where I just showed you, where I used the tip to tip. So the great thing about this little lemon slice is it's going to coordinate with our 1 3/4 inch circle punch. So bam, going to punch that out, and we're going to be done with that, which is wonderful. So now we have just a couple more things to do. So I have this white piece of paper. We're going to use this Celebration stamp, which I love, you guys. And I'm going to use Little Sunshine. We're going to grab Melon Mambo because that's our background now. We're going to stamp Little Sunshine in this piece right here. Turned out pretty good. I accidentally got wood mount instead of clear mount like I like to get. So that's why these are on wood. You guys never see me stamp in wood. This, it's not going to matter. We're just going to stamp it. You can see that I got ink. And that's why I don't like wood, because that's what I always do when I stamp in wood. But it's not going to matter because, yes, I'm going to fussy cut this out. So I'm just about done cutting this out. I just have the bottom here, and I just wanted to mention to you guys that now is a great time to join Stampin' Up! During celebrations. If you purchase the starter kit, you pay $99 and you get $155 in products that you get to pick out. It's whatever you want, and then it ships to you for free. So it is a great time to join Stampin' Up! And try it out, see how you like it. You don't have to sell anything, you don't have to do classes, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You can just get an amazing deal on the product and see if you like being a part of our team. I know you're going to love it because we do so many fun things and we have such a great time, and I would love for you to join with me. So if you're interested, please contact me, and of course all the information is on my website as well. So I just made this into a little flag. We're going to grab some dimensionals, and this is going to be the basic layout of our card, but I want to put a couple dimensionals on here. I'm going to layer this first one down just like this, and putting that darker one kind of down under everything, just so that it doesn't look quite too funny with the darker edges. We'll pop this one up like so. And then now we can pop this piece right under. We're almost done, you guys. I know this was a lot more layers than I am used to doing. We're going to have to trim this a tiny bit, and that's okay. Lift it up if we have to. And we're going to stick this right here. And then we're going to take this hello. I'm just using my tape runner. It's getting on my mat, but it'll rub right off, no worries. And then we're going to put the hello right here. And I left a white border around that when I fussy cut it, so I didn't do a real precise job. And then we're going to put that there. And of course I have one more thing to do for this card. It's going to turn out. So I have this Melon Mambo one. The very first one I did was this one, and this was the original one where I was going to put that sentiment, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And then it kind of just evolved. So this was just with black, and then this would go on a card front. And then I thought, well, I think this would look really pretty with Melon Mambo. And there's a, or I'm sorry, with Bermuda Bay. And there's a Bermuda Bay solid piece in here. There's quite a few of them. So I thought, well, let's try that. And actually this is my favorite, of course, because it's Bermuda Bay. And then I thought, well, what about pink? Because, you know, pink lemonade, that's kind of what I was thinking. So I would love to know which one you guys love the best. Which one do you guys like? The Melon Mambo, the plain black, or the Bermuda Bay. And then the plain black one doesn't have any rhinestones, but we can fix that. I think the rhinestones, it was kind of an afterthought when I was almost done with this card. So let's pop a little bit of bling on here. And then, like I said, you can go check out the supply list if you would like to pick up any of these items. For every $50 you spend, you get a free item. There is no limit. And then, of course, it's a great time to join Stampin' Up! And join with me if you would like more information for that. I would love to share with you guys. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to be back tomorrow with a look at the Project Life by Stampin' Up! Kit that is in the Occasions catalog. And you guys know I'm excited to share that with you guys. So thanks for stopping by, and I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and sticking with me to the very end of my video. I have a couple other videos here for you guys. The first one is the card that I made yesterday. That is the Just For You card. I made that with a Sale-A-Brations stamp set. And then that second video is a Project Life video where I just simply use designer series paper to create a Project Life layout. And it's super simple, and it allows you to use more of your supplies with your Project Life layouts. So thank you guys so much. Make sure you head over to my website to pick up any of these items and participate in the celebration catalog. As always, you guys, I'm so thankful for your support and for you coming by and hanging out with me today. I will be back tomorrow with another video. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you later.